Welcome, everyone, to the Sun Bowl, home field for the UTEP Miners. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on last year's national champion, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Falcons will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So UTEP's offense will be first on the attack. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Still on his feet at the 35. Turning it on! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Miners come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Miners are on the move. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Here's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Miners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but...
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Miners send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Falcons offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Well, and this corner really can shut down half the field, and that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back, and I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good, been so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. You can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a third down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your receiver to win, and whether or not they have a guy that can win that matchup offensively, we're going to find out here pretty soon.
A run for the quarterback. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. The Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The option look. He'll keep it himself. He's in open space downfield. Racing down the left side. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Air Force. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, creating an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's looking deep. He's got it down the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Makes the catch. It's Odom. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP. Extra point here will tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man, it's Davis. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. To the ground with the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. He's a touchdown Falcons. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Miners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Ogden. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bringing the heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Inside the 30. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. To throw, it's St. Clair. Steps away to find some room. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Touchdown, UTEP! Fitted in the window for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Used the play fake, now to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Dyer. Pressure coming. Heads the open man. Oh, he's getting it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Air Force.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Miners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go right back to it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll try the run. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside. Beck's going for the goal line. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miners!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they get the extra point here, you tie it up, but you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Dyer. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are, we're going to keep doing what we do, we're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense.
He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Cradles it at the 35. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. To the air, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And line now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. There he goes! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
And the Miners have it in scoring position on first and goal. Powers forward. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Under fire. Touchdown, UTEP. And that one will give them the lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Air Force 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. Finding an escape route. Turning it on! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Falcons!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. He'll bring it out. It's Ferguson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Keeps looking downfield. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. The Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Johnson. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run. And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Odom. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Miners are marching down the field. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him! Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Miners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Ogden. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And the Miners want to pick up the tempo. He might want another play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, UTEP! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The AT unit on the field. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a... Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Dyer. Firing to the right, complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. BYU was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Cougars over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Odom. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Miners will try to punch it in on first and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Here we go, set. Hammer, hammer. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. The throw. Touchdown, Miners! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. It's just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time, and you're going to have to make some incredible throws.
Buy some time and show off that cannon, because he's going to have to throw this thing a long way down the field and get really, really lucky.
Wants to pass a clock an enemy. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game, but it all comes down to this play right here.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Defense playing a bail technique. Here comes the heat. QB got it himself. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.